Happy New Year's. It's your boy Fast checking in with you with another one. I know everybody's with their family and friends right now, about to enjoy the New Year's, but it's unfortunately that some of us can't do that because we locked up, so that, it's kind of hard for us to enjoy ourselves with our families. But if you take the time out to think about your family and friends that's in the penitentiary doing time, I just want you to just shoot out to them, just tell them that you love them and that, you're thinking of them for this year, because most people ain't fortunate like us. We out in this free world doing our thing, but them people in there, they locked up. I mean, even though you got blacks, whites, Mexicans, and everybody up in there, Jews, it could be Muslims. I mean, everybody's family up in there, so at this time of the year, that's the only family that they have. And most of the time, they don't even really respect their families. And so it's really kind of hard for them to really be around somebody that's like that. So, like I said, when you're in the penitentiary on New Year's, there's some good things and there's some bad things that could happen. It's just most of the time, most of them good, just depending on what institution that you're in. You could be in a medium, a max, or minimum security facility. So it just, like I said, it just depends on whatever institution that you're in, how things will play out for you. I mean, if you're in the max, what we do is we just get real cleaned up, real good, make ourselves smell good, put our new shoes on, make sure that everything's starched up and stuff, and then we just go to Child's and stuff. We go to Child's all day, make sure that we clean, make sure that, everybody respectful to each other. We try not to be rude to nobody or anything like that. Everybody just try to be family on that day. Don't nobody want no violence or anything like that. They just go to Child because like I said, you can't move around in the maximum institution. So you just go to Child, go to the yard. If they have like some type of program or whatever, you can go to that or whatever. But it's just, like I said, it just depends on whatever institution that you in. Like I said, they make you eat turkey or something at dinner to lunchtime. So, the food and stuff ain't the best, but it'll do. If you ain't got nothing to eat, it'll do. But we normally put something together. Somebody make some type of meal for us or something. Everybody pitch in on and make some noodles or burritos or nachos. It just depends on, like I said, what institution that you in. If you're in the max, you got to make sure that the person that's making the food can get all the bowls to you, because some guards let you carry stuff to the room. Some guards don't. It just depends on the guards at that time, if they want to be assholes on that day. But if they know that you cooking and everybody's doing something like that, they kind of be respectful and mindful of things like that. So they'll let you bring the food around to them, whatever cells that you got the people cooking it for, so that way, everybody can eat. If you're in a medium or a minimum institution, they both kind of the same. Everybody get something in the day room. Like I said, we all dressed to impress, so everybody get their food. We go to the day room. They may maybe a big nacho table full of nachos, maybe some burritos, maybe just some regular soups. It just depends on whatever we all hustled up at that time so that we can all eat. They might have, movies or something. They might have a movie to where you can watch on the TV. It don't be no rated R movies, just be like PG movies and stuff. But it don't really be nothing, too outrageous or too violent or too horrified. They don't do that in there. They cut all that stuff out. So, like I said, when you go there, there's a lot of good things that you can do. They even have the visits. If you got a visit, your visitors, they can come to the visiting room. They can bring street food in. Like, you might want some Popeyes this day, so you can have your people bring you some Popeyes in there. Visits start at 8 o'clock. I think it ends at 2 o'clock, to where you can visit with your people all day or you can visit with them half a day. It just depends on however the drive is to get there, and it makes sure that they can get back to where they ain't getting back at late, like real late at night. So it just depends on the drive and stuff like that, to where if your visits want to stay long. I know my grandma used to always leave early because she didn't want to be caught up like in traffic or anything like that the later that it got. So it just, like I said, it just depends. You can be there all day, take pictures, with your family, whoever you bring to the visiting room with you. whoever comes and visits you. So like I said, mediums and minimal security is basically like the same. But I'm gonna tell you about this time when it got kind of bad at the medium because some people didn't want to follow the rules on New Year's. So I get up, like I said, every morning doing my thing, checking on people, making sure that everybody's all right. I ain't really tripping off nothing. I'm just trying to just peep out everything that's going on. So I'm just walking through the dorm. So I go to breakfast, go to lunch, go to dinner. And when I go to dinner, you know, everybody's, planning on what they going to make for tonight. So I'm like, all right. So they like, hey, you got 2 chilies and the summer sausage? And I'm like, yeah, I got it. So when I get back, I come back, get the chili and the sausage. Boom, I take it to the dude that's cooking the food. Now, the dude that's cooking the food, his name is Pierre. I don't know if they call him Pierre because he stink, but I mean, the man kind of, was on one at times, but he was our cook, and people didn't understand why come we let Pierre cook and he always smelled like that. But the man can really cook good. I mean, the man took showers and stuff like that. So we couldn't say that it was because he wasn't taking showers because he took showers. He just had like a little body odor, but he couldn't cook real good. So he cooking the food and stuff. So everybody's basically like getting ready for New Year's. So they got this thing called the phone sheet. So everybody's putting their name on the phone sheet. Whoever's going to call, make sure that they call. So everybody's trying to get 12 o'clock. Everybody's trying to get 12 o'clock. But they got it wrote out on the call log to where you can't use the phone at 12 o'clock because they know that everybody's trying to use it. So you got to put your name maybe, I think it was like 30 minutes before 12 and 30 minutes after 12. It was some odd stuff like that. So but I ain't had to use the phone or anything, so I didn't even have to put my name on the list. So like I said, everybody putting their name on the list, everybody eating, we getting ready for the night, everybody trying to figure out how we gonna do tonight. Some people got card games going on. Some people got a domino tournament, pinochle tournament. I mean, everybody just trying to just keep the scenery peaceful. Everybody just basically just trying to have fun. So around 11:30, that's when everybody got to get out the phone. So they don't even tell you. They just cut it off. Boom. So whoever's on there, boom. You just get mad if because they tell you on the intercom that they about to turn the phones off, so you already know to get out the phone. So they don't go back there and be like, hey, make sure that you get out the phone. They just cut it off. Boom. So when they do that, some people get mad, some people don't. So like I said, when they cut the phones off at 11:30, we go back. Everybody do their little count real quick. So about 12:30, everybody come back out for count. Now, everybody's trying to hurry up and rush and get on the phone at this time because I guess it's 12 o'clock and 12:30. Everybody trying to get in touch with their people. So I guess somebody in another dorm, I don't know what dorm it was, but it was another dorm. I guess they got into it. Boom, I guess they got into some type of altercation, some type of fight over there to where it got the whole facility shut down. Boom. They told everybody we had to lock down. So everybody had to go back to the little cube area. The day room was shut down, everything. Boom. So I'm sitting there like, dang. I'm like, shit, what the fuck happened? Because like I said, at this time, I'm doing my thing, so I'm in the back. And when they tell on the intercom, hey, everybody got to lock down, I don't know what's going on, so I'm hurry up and put my thing out real quick and run to my room to make sure I don't get in trouble because they said it's like a lockdown. So I sit on my bed, the police come through, they watch, they looking at everybody's hands and stuff like that to make sure that ain't nobody, I guess whoever got into it in another dorm or whatever, they want to make sure that nobody could, in our dorm, snuck over there to their dorm and did some damage or whatever. So they checking everybody's hands and stuff. So I'm like, shit, I'm looking at them checking my hands. My hands are already ashy. So I'm like, shit, I know I ain't did nothing, so I'm just making sure that they don't smell like the smoke on me because like I said, I just got finished smoking. So they do walk on by me, do their little check, and I checking everybody. But yeah, man, after that, I was like, shit, it's crazy. I mean, it wasn't no bad day. Everybody was cool and all that day. It's just sometimes when you want to talk to your family and things like that, some people don't understand the importance of talking to them, and they don't really care about respecting another person and what they're doing. All they really caring about is just talking to their people. And I think they just got confused on what was going on with them, and to where they end up getting into it and shutting everything down for everybody else. I mean, everybody else probably wanted to talk to their family too. I mean, it was probably about half the compound mad that uses the phone because once they shut it down, shit, we couldn't do no type of move. We had to stay in our little cube area, couldn't get on the phones or anything like that. So it was really kind of hard for everybody at that time. So like I said, when you in the penitentiary and you got family and friends, you got to make sure that you show them love. You got to make sure that you keep them trustworthy. You got to make sure that everything that you show these people, that you can prove it, because most people look at you making sure that you prove it. Hey, if you ain't proving that you love me, then you don't love me. So you just got to make sure that you just talk to somebody and make sure that whoever your friends is ain't your enemy, because most people don't look at stuff like that. They just look at, we friends, so you supposed to do this for me, and you supposed to do this for me. Or why come you didn't write me while I was in jail? Or why come you was doing this to my girl while you was in jail? I mean, that shit just happens, you know. People just don't understand how quick your life can change once you go to jail, because people on the street have to live theirs too. They need money. They have to basically survive, to basically live and everything. So you have to really think about stuff like that. You can't always, find yourself in situations to where you don't know what's going on. You got to always find yourself in situations to where you know what's going on with people, because these is your friends. And these is the people when you go to the penitentiary that you need. You need friends and you need family while you're in there, because if you don't, it's just really kind of hard for you. So if you're on the streets doing crime or anything like that, I advise you to stop it, because once you get in there, a lot of shit changes for you. And a lot of people don't really understand how things can change just basically overnight. You pull a trigger, boom, boom. That second, them 3 seconds or whatever it took you to do what you had to do, shit, 3 seconds in there is a long time, because you ain't never getting out. Just think of how many 3 seconds people's doing that's doing the life sitting. That's a lot of 3 seconds, you know. So you got to really think about stuff like that, especially with your family on New Year's and stuff and holidays. You don't want to lose nobody like that. You want to make sure that these people are the people that you want to cherish and love for the rest of your life. So that way, when you're doing your time or whatever, these is the people that's going to have your back. I mean, my grandma had my back when nobody else had my back, but my mom and my brother was in jail at that time. So it really didn't matter. I just needed somebody to kind of support me at that time. But once I start doing my time, I start running into people that was loyal to me, that start doing time with me like that. But at first, when I first started doing time, I didn't have people that I could write or talk to kind of ease my mind, take my mind off of prison just for a second. I mean, once a person reading a letter from a person that he loves, for that moment, he's into that letter. He's into that letter like it ain't nothing can stop him from reading that thing. He's in that letter from the time that he start to the time that he finish, and he gonna read it probably about 3 or 4 times until he get a good understanding of it. I mean, that's how important it is for us in the penitentiary when it comes to loved ones, because we don't get that all the time. Most of the time, we only get, half of a person. But when you in there and you doing your time, you got to make sure that you on point with everything, because if you ain't on point with nothing, you're going to find yourself in a situation to where you wish you had something, because most people don't have nothing and they try to turn it into something when you get in there. And that's what I did. I tried to turn my life into something when I got in the penitentiary. It tried to make it better, but in reality, I kind of made my life kind of bad because of the things that I was doing. but it kind of helped me out to where my family didn't have to look out for me in a certain type of way. But it also kind of hurt me in a certain type of way because I ended up getting like a little 6 months added on to my time because of certain stuff that I was doing. But like I said, when you got family and friends on the streets and on New Year's and stuff like that, we tried to stay dressed in the press for the people that we love, so that way when they do come and visit us, they can look at us improving. They can say, oh, okay, yeah, he's looking good. So that way when you do your time, they can kind of honor you a little bit better. And the more that you stay focused on a lot of stuff. Because when you got family and you can focus on a lot of things, it makes it kind of easier for you. Because a lot of people can't focus when they ain't got nobody to help them out on the street. So they find themselves in situations to where they're always in trouble, owing somebody, you know, just basically just the little rules in the penitentiary that everybody do. They go through them little changes. So if you ain't got nobody to help you focus while you in the penitentiary, like your family on the street, I mean, it just makes it to where it's kind of hard for you because most people don't want to focus on the negative stuff. They're looking at, oh man, I'm in these motherfucking bars. I'm in here doing this time. I'm in here doing this. But in reality, you know, we all doing time. Your family doing time too because they out on the streets with you and they missing you too. So everybody's in the same boat when it comes to certain things. But when you got family and friends on holidays, it just makes it kind of hard for you to kind of focus on the positive stuff because you're always looking at the negative stuff because you ain't got this person with you on your side to help you do certain things. But this is your boy Fats. I'm up out of here. Y'all stay peaceful and y'all stay focused. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you all.